Hey everyone, welcome back to Hallie's Kitchen where I'm teaching you Japanese or English. In this week's episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys some Japanese words that don't have an exact or a direct translation in English, but they are very commonly used words, so I wanted to explain them to you guys and also give you guys some examples of some situations where these words would be used. So today I'm going to be making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, so let's go ahead and get started. I've already melted my butter, so I'm going to throw in my sugar, and let's start with the first phrase, which is よろしくお願いします. This phrase is so commonly used in Japan, especially in work situations, when you first meet someone, when you're about to work with someone. And this is because this phrase can be used and interpreted in so many ways. This could mean nice to meet you, it could mean please, it could mean thank you. It's a very versatile word, so you can use it in so many different situations. So if you're about to start up at a new workplace, you could say よろしくお願いします. If you're giving someone a new assignment to work on, you could tell them よろしくお願いします, which could mean please work on this. And when you first meet someone, you can say this and it'll mean nice to meet you. You could say this in a situation where people are cheering you on, and that could mean thank you for cheering me on. And it's just really commonly used. It's also just a sign of respect and shows that you care. So even though there is kind of a time and place to say this phrase, it's definitely better to say it than to not say it, if that makes sense. The next phrase is めんどくさい. And this one is not a really good word. It's not a curse word or anything, but you definitely don't want to use this in a formal situation or anything. It basically means oh, that takes so much effort, I don't want to do it, or that takes too much time, or I'm just not in the mood to do it. So let me explain a situation. Let's say I have to clean the house today, and I could say 今日お家掃除しなきゃいけないんだよね。でもめんどくさいな. And that basically means oh, I have to clean the house today, but I really don't want to. That's so much work, that's so much effort. So it definitely has a negative connotation to it, so you want to really choose the time that you say this. And it's definitely not a word that you would use in a serious or formal or a workplace environment. At least you shouldn't anyways. Next one is another one that you probably will hear often in Japanese language, which is 頑張って. This one is really easy to use because whenever someone's working hard towards something, whenever someone is striving towards a goal, you can say this phrase, and it just basically means good luck, I'm cheering you on, you got this, and it works in a lot of situations. So whenever I get comments of people telling me that they're studying Japanese, I will usually say 日本語頑張ってね, which means good luck with your studies, good luck with your Japanese. You could say this towards work, you could say this towards a performance, towards a test, literally anything that anyone has to put effort into, you could just say 頑張って. You could even say this to someone who has to clean their house. You could just say 掃除頑張って. So that just means good luck with cleaning. Next one is しょうがない. So basically this one means don't worry about it, it can't be helped, just forget about it. It's used commonly in situations that you can't control. It's kind of oh, that's just the way it is. It's kind of what it sounds like. So let's say you were planning to go to this cafe today and they ended up being closed, and then you tell someone oh my god, this cafe was closed today. And they could follow up by saying 残念だね, which means oh, that's too bad. But it could also mean しょうがないね, which means oh, well, can't be helped. Or another example could be right now outside my house it is super snowy. We've been kind of snowed in for the past few days. So let's say we were planning to go somewhere today and then we couldn't, then we would just say しょうがないね, because the weather can't be helped, we can't control it, so it would just be the perfect timing to use this word. This batter actually came together really fast, so I'm actually just gonna make the dough balls and freeze that instead of freezing just the dough itself, you know? Okay, so the next one is お邪魔します. This one is used when you're entering someone's property. And it doesn't matter if it's the first time you're going in or if it's the 5th time you're going in. It just kind of means excuse the intrusion or sorry for interrupting. It just shows a sign of respect when you're entering someone's home. Now it can be for that, but it could also be just whatever that's not your space and you're entering the person you're with space, then you would use this term. So right when you're entering someone's house, you would say お邪魔します, and that just shows good manners. Next one is お疲れ様, or if you were to use keigo, then you would say お疲れ様です or お疲れ様でした. This one is used so often in Japan because this is another sign of respect, a sign of manners, you know? So this is very commonly used. Honestly, I couldn't even really think of a definition for this, so for most of these words, I had to look up how to explain this in English. And basically this one means you must be tired, in brackets, with respect. So it just means, you must have worked so hard, like thank you for working, thanks for your effort. Because there's no direct, English translation, it's kind of hard to explain. But it could also be used as like a greeting. So like whenever you're passing by one of your coworkers at work, you would say, "Otsukaresama desu," which is kind of like, it's like a hello, but it's also like thanks for working, like let's work hard together. It's honestly really, really hard to explain. Some other like definitions I found was like, well done, hope you get rest, see you later, bye. It just shows that you care about how they feel and their well-being, and it shows appreciation towards their work. So this is really commonly used after work. It could be used before work. And casually you could say like "otsukaresama" to like someone who's coming home after work. And if it's not work, it could be something else. It could be like a hobby, just something that they worked hard on, and you just want to show like that you care about like their well-being, I guess, is when you would use this term. Next one is just a casual little word that I wanted to share with you guys, which is nekojita. Nekojita means like cat tongue if I'm directly translating it, but it's basically used for people who don't do well with like hot food. Not hot as in spicy, but hot as in like the temperature, like the heat. Apparently cats can't drink like hot drinks and stuff, but I'm definitely a nekojita, so that means like I don't do well with hot drinks and hot foods. And so maybe if you go out with a friend or something and then they see that you're kind of struggling with your soup, then they could say, "A nekojita nano?" which means, oh, are you like not good with hot food? And then you would just say yes or no. And I just thought that one was kind of funny and fun to like throw into this list because we don't use that term out here, and I just thought it was kind of interesting. Okay, so I finished making a lot of the dough balls, so I'm gonna throw this in the fridge. The next word is mottainai. The first way of defining it is saying that something is so wasteful. So let's say that you have like leftovers of your dinner and you're planning to throw it out. Someone could tell you, "sore mottainaiんじゃない?" or like, "sore mottainai." And basically that means like, oh, what a waste, like to throw that all out. Now another way of using this word is, let's say you are like, you're with this guy that's like not very nice to you, and then your friend is giving you advice. She could tell you, let's say your name is Yuki, so your friend could say, "Yuki-chan ni wa mottainaiんじゃない?" and that basically means like you're too good for him, and like this friend is expressing like your value and like your worthiness and full potential, just saying like this guy doesn't deserve you is what they're saying. I guess this kind of is like similar to the food situation where they're saying that like, it's wasteful for you to be with like this horrible guy, and like you should be with someone else like because you deserve better. So maybe like another situation would be, let's say you're like incredible at playing piano but like you refuse to play. Someone could tell you like mottainai, like what a waste of your talent, like not in like a rude way, just saying like you could reach so much more with that potential that you have, and like they want to kind of like see you succeed, and like they want you to show your talents and stuff, and it's just a waste that you're not playing anymore. So things like that, it's just expressing value to some things, to food, to your friend, to this person that's amazingly talented, things like that. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, the dough balls are going to be in the fridge for about an hour, so I'm going to come back and then we'll throw them in the oven and see if it turns out good. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, the cookies are done. It is much, much later in the day. It is dark out now, but I gave it lots of time to chill in the fridge. I just baked them for 10 minutes at 350 and they look a little bit crisp, but we're gonna give it a try. Just gonna transfer these over to my cooling rack. They smell really good though. I feel like whenever cookies have cinnamon in them, it just smells like so much better. All right, I'm gonna give one a try. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of overbaked. Here we go. They look overbaked, but they're actually really soft. Probably underbaked, if anything. That's gonna wrap up my Hallie's Kitchen episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know in the comments if these were words that you haven't heard of before, and if you have any requests for anything that you want to learn in particular. New episodes go up every single Friday, Pacific time, Saturday, Japan time. And on the other days that I upload, I put up vlogs where I'm speaking both Japanese and English, so make sure you check that out. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. 日本語頑張ってね. Bye!